Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we'd like to welcome you back to the 2015 Accu-Stats Make It Happen 10-Ball Invitational. We're at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey. This is day number 1 of the 4-day round robin. We'll play through Sunday, and at that time, the 2 gentlemen with the best records will play in the final matchup on Sunday evening. And please join me in thanking those of you with Make It Happen supporters to make this happen today. Thank you very much for all coming out. And before I don't forget them, can we have a hand for our 2 commentators, please? 2 of the all-time greats, Bill Cardona, Danny DiLiberto. Thank you. Once again, this is Call Shot 10-Ball. Our first player for tonight's matchup. He's a former World 8-Ball champion, former World 10-Ball champion, former U.S. Open 9-Ball champion. From Great Britain, please welcome Dynamite Darren Appleton. Thank you. And his opponent is a former WPA World Straight Pool champion, former World 9-Ball champion, known as the Hitman from Fulda, Germany. Please welcome Mr. Thorsten Hohmann. Thank you. Gentlemen, you may lag for the first break. Good luck. Take it away, you guys in the booth.
Accu-Stats Video Productions presents from Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey, the Make It Happen 10-Ball Invitational. Along with Danny DiLiberto, I'm Bill Cardona, and this is round 3, or actually the 3rd match of the first day of the tournament, and it's between 2 great players who are both world champions. Darren Appleton being a world champion in 8-ball, 9-ball, and straight pool. Thorsten Hohmann, regarded as the best straight pool player in the world, also won a World 9-Ball tournament. I mean, this is going to be really an exciting match, Danny. If I had to pick a favorite in this match, I really wouldn't know who to pick. And I think that, as a side note, both of these players want to beat the other guy worse than the other guy wants to beat him, if that's possible. Trust me on that one.
I'll ask you later why you know that.
I know that. I just know it. Some things you just know, Danny. Like, I don't have to go outside to tell you what the weather's like. Okay, here we go. We're ready. This is going to be a fantastic match. I think this is going to be a nail-biter, really, right down to the end. I think it's going to be 13-12 or 13-11. One of the 2. Both of these guys are really prepared to play in this match. Well, he was able to put a ball down. He hit the side of the 1. He really didn't hit the 1 exactly where he wanted to, but he hit it well enough to put a ball down. I don't know if he can see the 1, Danny, from your vantage point.
I don't like it, no. I don't think he could see it to make the 6 anyway.
If the 1 is slightly off the rail, he may even try to kick it in.
Yeah, but does position go with it?
Well,
you don't want to shoot a shot like this unless you're rewarded for it. I don't see getting rewarded. You could make the 1, but what are you going to do with the 2?
Well, you'll stay in control of the table at least, and then you'll have an option what to do with the 2 after pocketing the 1, but only if the 1 ball is in the big ball position. If he can kick it in, and he's an excellent kicker, if the 1 ball is 1/8 of an inch off that rail, I might look for him to kick it in here. And it hasn't been really understood whether or not he can make the 6 or not. But it's the first shot of the match, and I don't know if he wants to kick it in or not. He's looking at the cut on the 1, and he looked at the kick just for a second there. Then
if he goes this direction, Cosmo better get close because he might hit the 2.
He's going to kick. He's going to cut the 1 into the 6 and play the 6.
Good shot.
Excellent shot. I think you got to draw the cue ball to the end rail here. He's going to get some movement here. I think he's got enough.
Yeah, he got there.
4 balls.
it's still a full enough hit to control the cue ball.
4 ball's positioned right in front of the lower left-hand pocket. He just walked past it. The 3 ball will be next. He would like to get fairly straight onto 3. Now he's got to go down table now. He's got a little thinner on the 3 than he wanted to end up. Now he's going to contend with the 10 here. Wants to make sure he stays away from that 10.
3 ball, side.
Oh, okay. He was able to do that.
That was a better shot than it looked like.
4 ball.
If he's straight enough on the 4, he can draw it straight back. Play the 7 in the side. He's got to be careful here because the 8's at this end of the table. He wants to get back further.
Yep, he's going to have to hit the end rail. I think he could do that and go 2 rails at the 6.
That played awfully natural. Awfully natural. That's what's a nicely executed shot. The speed of the cue ball was perfect. It looks like he's straight in here. He would like to play the 9 on the side, but I think he's going to have to draw back further than that and play the 9 in this, maybe in the same corner if he has that angle. That's what he's done.
9 ball.
Yeah, from the first shot,
10 ball, corner.
okay, he was really concentrating strongly, and he finished the rack quite nicely as well. Rack number 1 goes to Appleton, who takes a lead in this match. Race to 13, 1-0. Yeah, both of these guys come from Europe, as you well know, and both of these guys were challenging one another for the most dominant player in Europe. I think it was last year or the year before, and they both thought they should have won. And one of these guys did win MVP in Europe, and and the other one kind of didn't like it because they thought they deserved it.
Hey, can we see that kick? I mean, that cut on the 1 into the 6. He hit rail first.
He sure did. No, he hit rail first, by the way. And for you people out there that didn't understand what he did when he cut the 1 into the 6, the first shot of that first rack, he didn't contact the 1 first. He hit the rail, then the 1, and pocketed the 6. That really made that shot play much more difficult, but he handled it like it was a hanger. Rack number 2, he's got to hit the 1 ball more solidly than he did the first rack. Now he's coming off the side of that 1. He's not happy with it, but he once again, he pocketed the ball. Now he's got a nice cross-side bank on the 2 in the 3 ball's position quite conveniently near this lower right-hand corner. But there's some problems because the 10 ball is an interfering ball if he's going to play shake for the 4, which is going to be after the 3 at the other end of the table.
And he's got a little cut on the 2 banking it. That means the cue ball is going to go further away from the 3.
Now, if he has the angle to bank it cross-eyed and follow the cue ball to the center of the table, that's what he'll do.
I don't think so. He's got a little cut, Billy.
See, that's what he'll do. Follow it. Now he's got the angle to come straight back. Now, this is not an easy shot. The angle that I see from my vantage point, he can draw straight back toward the 6. If he hits it perfectly, that's where the cue ball will go. Here it goes. Right down by the 6.
He's snookered.
No, he's fine. This guy's playing really well right now.
That's perfect. You couldn't put it better with your fingers.
He's really sending a message to Hohmann in the chair. Because what he's doing out there may appear to be easy to some, but trust me, nothing about it is easy at all. Trust me. This guy can flat out play, and he's showing us right now how well he plays the game. Nice cue ball speed.
7 ball, side pocket.
And now he's in the stop position. 7 stop, 8 maybe stop, boom. 9 stop. It's all stop pull right here. This is where you want to be. You want to play position to stop, 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 and that's what he's done. Not much moving with the cue ball. That's when you know a guy's playing good, when the cue ball doesn't move around the table. Just like this guy's doing right now. Excellent play. Rack number 2 goes to Mr. Appleton, and he leads in the match 2-0, raised to 13.
Playing as fast as Lou Butera played. And Lou Butera played so fast that one time he made the 9 and the 7 hung up.
Where do you get these things from? Isn't that a foul? That's a foul.
It was, yeah.
What'd happen to the 8?
That was next.
Okay, now he's broken the balls twice. He's mishit the 1 both times. He's got rewarded both times, and he's run out 2 racks. He's got to start hitting the 1 more solidly. That's better, but it wasn't real good, but better. And this time, how wouldn't you know it? He didn't pocket a ball.
That's what I used to hate about 9-ball. Guy runs out. When he finally doesn't make a ball, you don't have a shot.
Not only doesn't he have a shot, he has a very difficult safety as well. The cue ball's positioned very closely to that side rail, sort of like restricting, limiting him on what he can do in terms of controlling the cue ball off of a safety. So let's see how well this works out.
He's got to cut it thin and come all the way down, maybe behind the 3 and 9.
Yeah, that's the shot I see as well.
You agree with me?
Absolutely. He really got rewarded for that shot.
Maybe I was wrong.
He really got rewarded for that shot. He parked the cue ball right on top
That
of
was
the
a
2.
great shot.
He's going to kick 2 cushions toward the 1. That seems to be the path to take to enlarge the target. But I don't really look to see him do anything productive with this kick because he's really in the jam right here. He'll be very lucky to walk away from the table without giving up a shot here.
10-ball, side pot.
No, he doesn't have to call anything when you kick. When you kick, you can get lucky. But when you hit a ball straight on, that's when you have to call your shot.
Oh, he's got a chance to make the 7 here off of the 1.
Oh, he's going off the bottom cushion too,
Yeah.
Danny.
Bottom, yeah, he might. Yeah, that's give him a chance to make the 7. He hit the 1.
Okay, and what happened figured to happen. He wasn't able to get away with a kick cleanly. Left Hohmann a shot. Hohmann trails 2-0. He's got to do something here. Now, the 5 ball is going to be the problem ball because the 7 ball blocks half the pocket. And he's going to have to travel back down table for the 6 after he shoots the 5. And to do that, he's going to have to hit it with some force. When you hit it with force and you're only shooting into a half a pocket, that's when you have problems. Now, the 5's coming up next. He should get as close as he can to that 5. But still maintain the angle to clear the 10 and the 8 and get back down table for the 6. This is a big shot coming up. He's got to get really good on the 5. I don't know about that.
He's over the top,
He's elevating here. Yeah, this is not really
know what? He
ideal.
better pinch this, better play it rail and then off the 7.
Okay, excellent point, Danny. He could go rail in off the 7, then he could draw down to the lower right-hand corner with the cue ball. He hit it cleanly.
Oh, he didn't hit anything.
Well, he must know what he's doing.
Well, you keep mentioning that Hohmann is the world straight pool champion, but the only man in history that ran 200 in a straight pool world tournament was Darren Appleton.
Yeah, well, Darren Appleton happens to be an excellent straight pool player as well. Holds titles in that game as he holds titles in other games like 9-ball and 8-ball. He would like to stop here, keep the angle on the 9 to go to the bottom rail, which he's done. keeping that nice angle after pocketing 9. He goes into the bottom rail toward the 10. So he's done everything he's been asked to do in game number 3 so far.
10 ball, quarter five.
That was a big rack for Hohmann.
Oh, he trickled that one in.
Big rack for Hohmann. Now he trails in the match by 1 game, 2 games to 1. Now we're going to have an opportunity to watch Hohmann open up the balls. We saw Appleton open up the balls 3 times. Now Hohmann will have an opportunity to open them up. Let's see how well he hits the balls. Now, as I mentioned before, Danny, and you well know, that the break play in 10 ball is probably the most important shot in the game. Jayson Shaw in the first match this afternoon or earlier showed us that. He broke them really well, and he defeated Earl Strickland 13-3. Shane Van Boening, of course, he has the biggest break and one of the best breaks in 10 ball in the world, and he certainly was productive off of his break. The player that gets the most productivity off the break is going to win this match. Appleton was getting productive off the break, but it was ugly. So therefore, I'm not going to give him credit for that. Now, we're going to see how well Hohmann breaks the balls, and we'll make a decision after we see him break the balls, how well we figure he'll do. I was talking to Hohmann before the match, and I was telling him how Jayson Shaw was breaking them. I said he was breaking them, but he wasn't hitting them soft, but he wasn't hitting them hard. I said he wasn't hitting them soft, but he wasn't hitting them hard. Well, he hit him pretty hard.
Yeah, he wasn't listening to you.
No, he hit
Look
him
at
pretty
the 10.
hard. He hit him pretty hard.
Look at the 10 trickling.
No, it finally come to rest on the rail. It's almost in the pocket, but it's kind of a deceiving position, because if you don't hit it, fairly well, it's not going to go if you happen to play it off of a billiard or a combination. Maybe off that 4 ball that's right there, because it's going to be very inviting for him to try to pocket that 10, because the 5 and 6 are tied up.
Yeah, he can bank right past the 5 and 6. He's cutting it in.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about when he gets on the 4. Now, he's overhit this shot. Oh, he certainly doesn't like this. He overhit it. It was definitely a glaring mistake there. I don't know what he's looking at. He took a quick glance at the 4 in relation to the 10 in the pocket. I would like to know what he was thinking about. He's going to go 3 cushions around for the 4 here. Let's see what he has in mind.
You're right, this is not a gimme.
Okay, now he can pocket the 4, but what future does he have after pocketing the 4 with the 5 being tied up as it is? He can try to play the combination on the 10. The 10 is almost in the pocket, but it's, it's calling at him and saying, come on and pocket me, but it's not an easy shot.
I played a billiard.
The billiard is very risky, too.
Well, it's a little better shot than the combination.
I don't know, Danny.
Look
pretty
where
close.
it's hitting.
Let's take it. We'll find.
I like the billiard,
out.
Billy.
It's close. He could play the billiard, but it's.
It's almost a free shot. You could play safe and play the billiard.
He's looking to play the 4 here. He's got, he's got a fairly sizable pocket for the 4. But what do you do with the 5? He's playing the 10 here.
I'm not sure of that.
Nope. Does the 5 go in the side?
The way he stopped, it looks like maybe it does. Then he'll have a real combination, 6-10.
Yeah, if the 5 goes in the side, then that was clearly the right choice. But even now, I'm not quite sure if it goes. And he's taking another look at it. Now it's not the time to take the second look.
It doesn't bank for sure.
He's going to have to stop close to the 6 here, and that's going to be scary. See, he didn't even have the angle to play shape for the combination.
But he's got a pretty good run out.
He's going to have to play the 6 in the side, yeah? I think the side plays a little easier than the corner.
6 ball.
No,
It is.
No, he may have. I think he's going for the corner. He's looking at the corner now. From my vantage point, it's hard for me to determine what angle is better. But of course,
It's going to be a live cue ball.
he'll play the 7 in the side here. Excellent shot. Good speed too. It's going to get there. A little sluggish, but it's going to get there. Nice shot.
People love that.
9 ball, corner line.
Well, I'll tell you what, he really showed his stuff in this rack. This was not an easy rack. There was nothing easy about this rack at all. I want that bend in there.
He's corner hooked.
It bent in, and now he's corner hooked. You know, when he positioned the cue ball, the preceding shot, I said to myself, why is he putting the cue ball so close to the cushion when he really didn't need to?
You're
Well,
right.
not that I could have possibly foreseen that happening, because I didn't.
Oh, this could be a backbreaker.
Now keep in mind
Morale.
that the 10 ball is frozen to the rail, so therefore it requires a fairly clean hit. It's not going to be hit me, I'm in. It's going to be hit me good, and I'm in. I feel he's going to hit it, but where?
I think he's going short.
Oh, he did go short.
Yep.
What an injustice that was. After running out that rack all the way to the 10, as well as he did, only to see what happened. What an injustice.
Mr. Appleton wins that game.
Darren looked like he felt guilty that he had balls in hand and he was shooting the 10, you know.
Yeah, he's real guilty.
Yeah, right. But that's the expression I looked on, and I saw on his face like, oh, I know I don't deserve this, you know. It's like, you know.
Sure.
But in the meantime, he's licking his chops.
It's a nice one to win. You look like you were dead.
I don't know if you can overcome stuff like that, you know.
It's going to be tough to do, but
Yeah.
we're still talking about champions. They could do that, but
Yeah.
it's going to hurt, you know.
I mean, it hurt me, and I really don't have a favorite in this match. I'm not rooting for any one of these players in particular, but it really hurt me that had to happen
Yeah, you don't want
to
to
a
see
guy
a guy
that
lose that way.
played as beautifully as he did in that rack.
Now he's got to. Yeah.
Oh, he still hasn't hit the 1 ball cleanly.
Can we see that shot again?
Now, when he positioned the cue ball,
Look at this. It just hugged the rail. He started worrying about it right there.
well, he didn't want to draw back that far. And you're right. He did start worrying about it before the cue ball got to the side
Yeah,
because he knew that there was a possibility, not a good one, but there was a possibility what happened could have happened, and it did.
Murphy's Law, Billy.
Okay, now the 2 ball was positioned in back of the 4. He has a thin cut on the 1. And after cutting the 1 thinly, like he's going to attempt to do, he's going to have a problem controlling the cue ball. This is a very risky
He's
shot.
going to use his extension, too.
I'd be surprised to see him come up with a shot here. No, he played safe. I think that's a little too hard. He's going to allow him to see the 1 possibly.
I don't think he could see
Did
it,
it leak
Billy,
out?
but-
Oh, he's going to masse it then.
Yeah.
He's going to masse it with a little speed as well. Because he's going to want to try to move that 1 ball out of that area of the table.
Tough hit, Billy.
Yeah, he can do it. He's going to masse it with some speed here. Get that 1 ball out of there. He needed more speed than that and more masse. He didn't get it totally out of there. He hit it too thinly. Hohmann steps to the table with a very difficult shot on the 1 and also difficult position for the 2.
Tough layout. Tough layout.
I don't know if he should even try to pocket this ball.
One ball, corner pocket.
He's playing it. I don't know if it's advisable to play this shot. He's going to go one real cross table for the 2. Beautifully hit. Now, he hit center pocket there, Danny. Now he's gotten where he needed to get, possibly on the 2.
This is very missable.
Very missable. The 8 ball is hanging in the pocket, so therefore he's going to play the 2 maybe into the rail. I don't think he can play the 2 into the rail. I think he's going to play the 2 directly at the 6. The 4 ball precludes him from shooting the 2 into the rail, so he's going to have to go cutting the 2 into the 6. He's got to make sure he cuts the 2 thinly enough, which he's done.
Look where he went with the cue ball.
Yeah, he rolled past the 2.
Well, you know, your concentration is on a 3-ball combination. You might forget the speed.
Well, he's got to be careful he doesn't scratch in that corner pocket, because he's going to have to hit it with decent speed to get down table. So he's got to be careful he doesn't scratch here.
Well, can he hit the 2 thin enough to hit the cue ball in front of the side?
I don't think he can. I think he's going to have to go straight toward the pocket.
Well, he's drawing the ball, so that ends my conversation. Oh, he's not going to like this.
I'm surprised he played it like that. You know? I'm really sorry. I thought that he could just slide off the 2, miss the 4, and drop down near that corner pocket. I kind of think this shot plays much better and easier to shoot and stop, and then take the cut on the 3. Don't try to draw it back. I think you increase the accuracy of the shot, and that's what you need here. Just shoot and stop, just like that.
That's what he did.
Okay. Now you can play a 2-rail position in between the 5-7 for the 4. It's a little tricky here. He's going to go toward that 7 here. That's the ball he figures to go toward.
Well, whatever you do, don't snooker yourself, because if all goes bad, you can play it safe.
So he's going toward the 7 here. That's the ball he figures to go toward, the 7, which he's done. Now he has an option here. I believe he has a bank, or he has a thin cut. The cut is really scary looking.
The bank is scarier. He's not from Kentucky, Billy. Get it?
He's not from Kentucky. You're right. Now don't forget, you don't have to call a ball when you kick. So therefore you can kick with speed here, because I think that's what he's going to need to kick. He's got to kick this with speed.
Yeah, give the ball a chance to go somewhere.
Somewhere, right.
I don't see a safety.
Kicking this direction is a more difficult kick.
Yeah, I go the short way.
But he has a better chance of walking away in better shape kicking this way.
Yeah, you can make it, or you could sell out.
Well, he almost got lucky.
Yeah.
So kicking that way, the cue ball ends up down table amongst all those interfering balls, which actually gives you a better chance of escaping. Kicking in the other direction, now you're going into open space.
He can't make it in the side, Billy. He's looking at the corner now.
Right. But he's close enough to the ball to hit this good 9.
He's going to hit it good at any rate.
Yeah, he's probably a 98% favorite here. That was one of the 2%.
We got him.
That was the 2% that showed up.
Yeah, we got him.
In the meantime, what do you do here?
Well, right now, he's got to be happy that Darren missed that ball.
Yeah,
he would have been dead.
But you still haven't answered the question. We
what
know
do you
he's
do?
happy.
You better hit it. That's for sure.
Okay, you gave me 2 answers, but you haven't answered. What do you do? Do you go for the bank? I don't know about that. I think he's got a problem here. Big problem. If he goes for the bank, he may not get the cue ball movement to play position for the 5. He would like the bank, the 4 in, but he's got a suspect cue ball. He knows it, because if he had a good cue ball, he'd bank it in a heartbeat. But that's not That's not the case. He has a problematic situation, both with the bank and with position.
Yeah, well, that might have done him in.
I'm sure it has.
Yeah, he's going to be playing the 5 in the side next. Well, he don't have to. He could play it in the corner, but the 5 is a shorter route.
I think he's gonna have to hit rail first with a soft speed, and he doesn't want to fool around with the 7 here.
No, he is going to.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fool with the 7. Nice soft speed, and
5 up the corner now.
Yeah, he's ended up a lot further from the ball than what he really wanted to end up, and probably a lot further from the ball than most people out there thought he should have ended up. But that's where he ended up. Let's see what he does. No, I don't think he's going to get it.
Well, he missed 2 balls in a row now.
No, that's not where I'd want to go, Thorsten. I don't think you want to be there either, but it's obviously workable. But,
Got to hit rails now. Bad stuff can happen. Don't hit the 7.
He's gone.
He did all right.
He didn't do great.
He's on the 50-yard line is what has happened here.
Now that cue ball is going to come awfully close to that corner pocket with the follow. I don't think it'll go in there. I think it'll hit very close to the point. See, he overcut it because he wanted to miss the pocket.
Yeah.
See, so on certain shots, if you play one side of a pocket as opposed to another, then you direct the cue ball a little bit away from an angle. You're creating the angle. He over-created that time.
Very rare to see these guys miss 3 balls in one rack.
9 ball.
No, he ended up a little funny on this ball. He doesn't have a real good draw angle, and he doesn't have a good follow angle. So he's going to have to put a real good stroke on this.
He's going to draw the ball 1 rail.
Yeah, well, I was referring to the straight back draw. But he was close enough to the ball to either draw it 1 rail like he did or follow it.
Mr. Appleton now leads the match 4 games to 1.
They missed 3 called balls that inning.
Yeah, that was one of those, unforeseen games where both players had opportunities and they didn't make good with them. Because when you get to this caliber of player, you don't figure to ever see that happen where both players made 1 and 2 mistakes each.
Yeah, Hohmann's not feeling real good right now.
But Hohmann's playing good. No, I wouldn't judge Hohmann's performance just off of that rack, because if you remember, the rack that preceded that, he played just jam up. He just got unfortunate, and the rack that he ran out, he played really well. So I think Hohmann right now is playing the best, and he's breaking better. Even though he trails 4-1, I don't count him out of this match. I think it's going to come right down to the end, Danny. That's the first time he struck the brake right, and he got rewarded.
Right on the nose.
Yeah, he hit the brake right on the nose, like Danny said, and he got rewarded for it. Now, the 2 ball sandwich in between, just about the 5 and the 8.
Well, he doesn't have a gimme on the 1 yet, Billy.
No, but I'm just pointing that out. So
Yeah, in case he makes the 1, look at the 2.
the position of the 2 will actually tell us the story, or tell him the story on what he needs to do with the 1. cue ball position where it is, he's probably going to play safe off the 1 here. But how do you do it? Do you go behind the 2-5 with the cue ball and break the 1 cross corner?
Tough safe also. I don't think he got him, Billy.
Yeah, he got him.
You sure? I'm
yeah,
not.
He got him. I mean, he may be able to see just a part of the edge of the ball.
Well, it looks like he's trying to figure out where he's going after he makes the 1.
No, he can't make the 1. He can't see that side of the ball.
Well, he's just looking to see. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, Billy.
Yeah, but I got a much better vantage point than you. No, he's not going to get lucky. He made a good hit, but wasn't able to get lucky. Okay, now he has an option here. He can cut the 1 into the 9 and break loose the 2 from the 5, but that's really risky.
Because you might snooker yourself on the 1.
Yeah, that's pretty risky. He sees the shot, but are you willing to take that risk? You know you can make the combination. You know you can go into the 2, but what happens after you hit the 2? Are you willing to take that risk? Are you a gambler? We'll find out.
Catching is automatic.
He says, I'm gambling, but he missed the 2. He missed the 2.
But he didn't snooker himself. Now he has an angle maybe to play for the 2 in the side.
But he missed the 2 on the professional side. He realized if he hit the
didn't
bottom
get
of the
snookered.
2 to break loose the 2 from the 5, he couldn't have gotten snookered. So that's the side of the 2 he actually attempted to go into. He wasn't able to do it, but he still has a chance, like Danny says. He can do it now.
I don't know if he has to even hit it. I think the 2 goes in the side. He can control this.
And I agree. I think that he should play position for the 2 on the side. If he doesn't get there, play a safety behind the 5.
He played for the side, and he got there. I always tell people, don't hit balls that go in a pocket. Try to fall on where they go. You'll be a better player.
Yeah, he must have listened to you. Cue ball almost frozen to the side rail. Looks like it's going to go in the direction of the 10. I don't believe it's going to knock the 10 toward the pocket. I believe it's going to knock the 10 toward the side rail.
I wouldn't gamble on hitting the 10 and try to make it. He could snooker himself.
No, you got to pocket the 2. Wow.
That's what he did.
Yeah. He needed the entire pocket for that shot.
He's got the angle to fall on the 5 now.
It looks like he's going to have to follow it past mid-table.
Can't shoot it in the side?
No, he's going to go up in the corner, follow it past mid-table. That's a tricky pocket. I've seen a number of balls hang up in that pocket there.
But he's not hitting the pocket. He's hitting the rail. Don't forget, it's been raining all day too, Billy.
Yeah,
probably a little wet.
Yeah, that's another point. You're exactly right. That was an excellent shot. He was stretching for that shot, and he hit it perfectly. Positioned the cue ball in an ideal position just to play a little stop pool now, because this is the game that we like to play. Stop pool.
Well, he's back in line now.
Hohmann's a very disciplined player. Keeps himself in real good shape all the time. Eats well. You know, he's a very disciplined human being, and it certainly shows in his play.
Most of the Europeans are, Billy. They all work out.
Score is now 4-2 in favor of Mr. Appleton.
But I don't know if I can trade off pizza, hamburgers, and stuff just to play good, Jenny. I don't know if I could do that.
I know, it's showing on you, too. Billy's got a little bit of a belly now. He never did. Your whole life, you look like you were training for a fight. Hard as a rock. And you look like you got punched a lot.
That's not true, Danny. You're just jealous.
I know.
You're envious, actually, because
I am, because you're better looking.
all the girls used to like me, and they used to walk past you, and you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, you're right.
Hohmann's really, really concentrating hard on this break here. Is he going to end up with a shot? Nope.
No. Too thin a hit. I don't think he could cut it in.
This is a very similar shot than the shot that he had on the 2-ball several racks ago when he elevated and then he ended up selling out. I don't know if he has a shot or not. It's the 2-ball. If he plays safe, the cue ball has to come down toward this pocket. Unless he elevates again and tries to do something kind of like exotic. That's what he's doing. He's saying, well, you just can't go toward that pocket. I'm going to have to do something exotic here.
That's what he did with the 2 also.
Yeah, and he finally did it good. I think he got a little unlucky, and I think he can shoot in between the 7-5. I don't even know if it's possible, but for some reason, something's telling me that it is. From my vantage point, I can't make that determination.
Could at least hit the rail and hit it, kick it.
He can't even tell if he can do it, and he's at the table. It just looked like it ended up just perfectly for him to be able to shoot in between the 5 and the 7. And I really couldn't tell you because I can't possibly see it from here.
I think he's hitting the rail first, Billy.
You're right. Now, it's a beautifully executed shot. The results he got, he earned because he hit that kick perfectly. Hohmann stepping to the table once again with a problem. Just amazing how these guys are able to wiggle and work themselves out of what we see as, obvious traps. And they just seem to come up with a shot and work themselves out of it. It is unbelievable how often they do it.
I don't think he's going to like this.
That time, it didn't happen.
No.
If it's any consolation, he's left an awkward angle on the 1. He can't go forward, but he needs to go back. The 3 ball's positioned in front of the lower left-hand corner, precluding the 2 from passing it. If he goes back, he jeopardizes the pocketing of the 1.
He's looking at banking the 2 right now.
Yeah, I think that's the wiser choice. By rolling in the 1, he widens the pocket. He assures himself to shoot the 2. He'll stay in control of the table.
Oh, he scratched. He jumped up. He didn't follow through.
It just seemed like I didn't. For some reason, it just seems to me that Appleton is really not playing the better pool of the 2.
Well, that was a pretty amateur shot there. He hit the cue ball low, but he let up on it. So
he let up on
the
stroke. Is exactly what he did.
Yeah.
And how many people out there have been guilty of letting up on your stroke? And that's sort of like amateurish, isn't it?
I never did it.
Now, he would like to come around 2 cushions and play the 4 in the lower right-hand corner, but he's not going to take that chance.
Yeah, he don't want to snooker himself. He's fortunate right now that he's in the match. So he doesn't want to gamble on snookering himself going 2 rails. He's got a nice shot here.
He's going to have to play safe with the 5 on the side here.
4 ball. Side pot.
A nice roll shot. He has a nice natural angle.
He did it.
Now, this isn't a gimme either.
Does he have enough angle to hit the side rail and get good on the 6?
Now, he's going forward here. This is going to be very close now.
Good shot.
No, he's fine. He was straighter than I thought. I thought he had more of an angle than he actually had.
Well, there's no problems now.
That tray wants to be on the 9 where the cue ball is now. They'll send the cue ball 2 cushions.
9 ball. 4 pot.
Still send the cue ball 2 cushions, drawing it at the upper left-hand corner. Widen the angle like this. He'll stay in line for a long period of time. That's the way.
He didn't even corner hook himself that time.
Yeah, speed became a non-issue with that method of playing the shot.
We got a match. It's 4-3.
Score is now 4-3 in favor of Mr. Appleton.
This is where Danny said that Appleton let up on his stroke, and I totally agree with it. You know, all he had to do was punch it to make sure they hit a little below center, but that's what he didn't do.
Replay. Yeah,
he
look
let
at
up
it.
on his stroke, and he followed the 1 ball right into the pocket. He's walking back to his chair, or he did walk back to his chair, probably thinking to himself,
he was scratching.
I don't believe I hit that shot like I did. But he did. Now he's got the 8. He's going to end up with a shot.
Yeah,
finally, but the 3 will be the next ball he'll need to play shape for, and he looks like that he may not have the ability to play shape for the 3.
Well, how about if you play the billiard on the 7 first? Then the 1 might go to where you could play position. That's what I do.
It's possible.
Yeah.
No, that's possible. And that's a very heady shot. How did you think of it?
I'm a pretty smart guy, Billy. Except for getting married 3 times.
And he paid attention. He must have went to the same school you did.
Yep. In Hamburg, Germany.
Well, you went over there, didn't you, when you were younger?
Yeah.
Let's see how well he does here. Like to come back and kick that 5 out of the way. Just like that. He would have liked to kick it a little harder, moving it closer to that pocket. Now it becomes a challenge for him to go from the 4 to the 5. Not a large one, but enough, possibly, for him to be concerned.
But it is going to be a little bit of work.
Oh, you got enough speed? Barely.
Oh, he finally made a ball in that pocket.
And he ended up with a beautiful angle. A beautiful angle on the 4.
Now don't get straight in on the 5.
I don't think he's going to hit it that hard and get that deep.
Oh, he got perfect.
Now he wants to get straight on the 6. Now this is a big shot coming up because of the position of the 9. The position of the 9 forces him to stay on this side of the table. But he played the right side of the 6 of the lay on.
He's got a thin hit now.
Right.
He's going to roll it in, or can he draw into the 6?
Into the 9, you mean?
I mean into the 9.
I don't know if he can. It looks like it's pretty thin.
It looks like he's thinking of it. I think he's got to go into the 9.
No, he's just rolling it in.
Oh, pretty good speed.
He got the maximum out of that shot. I thought after pocketing the 6 with a roll, he was going to end up with a tougher shot on the 9 than he did. But he didn't, so therefore he got the maximum out of that shot, and now he's hit that real nice. This is rack number 8. It looks like this match will soon be tied up 4 games apiece.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Score is now tied at 4.
Yeah, well, after 8 games, I'd have to make Hohmann a favorite to win this match, considering how both of these players have played up to this point.
You were making him a favorite when he was losing 4-1.
No, I didn't make him a favorite. I thought that he was definitely in the match because Appleton was not breaking the balls well, and he made a couple, unforced errors that I think that he shouldn't have made. Now let's throw up some stats here. Appleton shooting at .816. He hasn't quite reached world-class speed with an .816, but his opponent Hohmann shooting at .889. Very respectable TPA. Excellent break there. He hit the 1 ball very squarely. He's going to get some sort of a shot on the 1, whether it be a billiard on the 8 or he's... Well, I don't
like
know.
the billiard because you don't control the 1 very easily. You gotta strike it.
Right. He's not going to get good movement with the cue ball either playing the billiard. So, he's got a problem here. And it's going to be a difficult safety as well. See, that corner pocket looms quite large, the one to the lower left where as we face the table. If he plays the 1 ball cross corner, not to make it, but to hit that side of the 1, that corner pocket is very big. That corner pocket is huge. Look, he played it behind the 8. How about that little hit?
Did he get there?
I don't think he got there, but he hit, I called that the 8, that was the 2. He hit it well enough to get in that area of the table and almost ended up in back of the 2. Wow, what a hit. What a hit.
He's going to leave the window.
I don't think he left the window.
No, he's got rail first window.
Well, matter of fact, I don't know if he even has rail first. It looks like it's kind of awkward. It looks like that he can hit the rail, but it's too deep under the 1 that he can contact the rail.
I don't think so, Billy. I think he's got rail first. The position's going to be the tricky part. He's going to make this 1.
I don't know if he can make the 1. Because the channel that he's left with sends him to the rail too long. See, now he's kicking the other way. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
See, oh, what a beautifully executed shot that was.
Yep.
Tell me about that shot. That was a world-class shot there.
People appreciate it.
More. There was a lot going on with that shot. You had masse, you had speed, you had to hit the 1 ball accurately. Oh my! There was a lot of stuff going on with that shot. Now there's another beautifully executed shot.
I don't know if he's going to like this.
Well, he has to like it. The 8 ball blocks the pocket for the 1.
What? You don't think he's got a combination?
Combination?
1-9? 1-8?
I'd rather be in the chair here.
Well, you are.
I think he's got to cross the 1 and play the cue ball behind the 3 here. I wouldn't shoot this combination with my worst enemy's money. I got to play the cue ball behind the 3 and cross bank the 1.
That's what he's doing.
And that's what he did. He's playing very nicely. Very nice pool.
Good judgment there.
Now, Appleton, if he can see the left side of the 1, he can do pretty much what he wants to do in terms of controlling it behind that 9.
He's kicking at it.
I think he can see it. Well, maybe he can't.
I'm not sure of that either, but
Oh, he could scratch here.
yeah. Hohmann got rewarded.
And the balls are laying really nice here. But the 1 to the 2 could be the problem here. I don't know what kind of an angle he has on the 1, but he had better have a little bit of an angle to cut it to his left. Because if he's straight or he has to cut it slightly to his
He's
right,
drawing it.
Yeah. No,
I don't know if he can draw it past the 9.
Oh, he wants to draw toward the 3 here, it looks like. That's where he wants to draw, down that way. See?
Yeah, he snookered himself.
Well, that's the angle that he had. It wasn't ideal, but you know what? He didn't have ball in hand. He had to take what was given to him.
I think I would have looked at it a little longer. He might have done something off of the 8 with the ball.
Well, the 8's too far from the pocket. He's got to be careful here. He doesn't have much protection with the 3 and the 10. So therefore, if he opts to play safe with a soft roll, you know, he's gambling pretty big here because he's got to get behind a 3. And that's not an easy ball to get behind. That's not an easy ball to get behind, but he got behind it. He made a nice shot.
People are clapping.
Now the 2 ball's in a big ball position, meaning that it's about 1/8 of an inch off that bottom rail. So when Appleton kicks for the 2, he's not that much of an underdog not to pocket it because of the way it's positioned in relation to that rail. So there's a couple different spots on that rail, on that ball that he can hit and still pocket the 2. That wasn't one of them. But he's got a lot of separation. If it's enough, we'll find out. But he certainly got good separation with his attempt there. And he's left distance. At least he's left enough distance and got enough separation for Hohmann to think about what he's going to do here. He's really not jumping on top of this shot.
He wants to shoot. Could he go 2 rails past the 5?
That's the thing. He's got to hit it so thinly he's going toward the 10 here.
He got past the 5, and he might snooker him with the 9.
But he undercut it, though.
No, he didn't.
But he really didn't lose his head in terms of giving up a shot. Now, Appleton's going to have to play some sort of a safety here himself.
Bank it towards the 8 and go 2 rails behind the 3. It's a winning shot if you could do it.
But you got to miss the 10. That's too soft.
Now he left a complete shot on the 2.
No, I think Hohmann's going to try to put him in back of both the 3
Oh, no, he's
and the
not
10.
shooting the 2, but he left it. I mean, he can hit it and do something.
Yeah, he's going to try to put the 2 behind the 3 and put the cue ball near this corner pocket. You know, and that's not an easy shot. He really doesn't have much. Unless he can hit the right side of the 2, then he can go up table. And that's what he did. I didn't think he could hit that side of the 2, and he tried to get him behind the 8, and I think he's done that.
Yeah, he did. It looks like it from this angle.
Yeah, it looks like Hohmann's playing better pool of the 2 players. And it's not often that you're going to catch Appleton off his game, and he certainly is off his game tonight.
Mr. Hohmann has cue ball.
He didn't hit it. But you're right, Hohmann is outplaying him.
Got to be careful here. He wants to go around the 3.
And he did that.
Get close to the 4. You can do just about what you want with the cue ball once you're close to the 4. I think we're going to see a new leader here. slight brush.
Yeah, that didn't hurt.
No, didn't hurt at all.
Might even help. He's got an angle now to go one rail to the 10.
Nice speed. A little harder than he actually won it.
Yeah, this is tricky, Billy.
Tricky for a trick. But I don't think he's that guy.
Good shot.
What was once a 4-1 lead by Appleton quickly disappeared.
Mr. Hohmann now leads
Now
the
it's
match
5-4 Hohmann.
There's how the games went. Appleton won 2 in a row twice. Now Holman's won 4 in a row.
In that third game, it separated. Excuse me. It was the. It was the third. No, it wasn't the third game. It was the fourth game. Appleton should have lost that game. That's the game that Hohmann got that cold roll and got hooked by the side pocket, by the point of the side. Hohmann hit the balls really well the last time he broke them. Let's see how well he does this time. And once again, he hit him well. He's going to end up with a shot on the 1.
You notice how the 1 keeps winding up in the same place?
Yeah, well, that's the way he's breaking them from that side of the table, and he's hitting slightly to the right of the 1, sending the 1 down that side of the table. A lot of congestion on the opposite side of the table, where the 1 is. You got the 3, you got the 4, the 6, 7, and the 8 over there. So therefore, a lot of intricate stuff going to happen over there. Well, he's gonna. If he runs out this rack, he's going to have to play some pretty good position to do it. And
Well, at least he's not on top of the 1, so he could cut it in.
The 3 to the 4 to the 6 is very problematic. Very problematic. Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. He was able to avoid the scratch.
Still tricky.
I think what he can do here, if he's playing the 2, which he may, he's risking the rack because it's not an easy shot by any means. And he does have the ability to cut the 2 slightly and go into the 3 with the cue ball and play a safety. But he's opting to play the shot. Pretty courageous move.
Well, he made it because he had the 3.
Pretty courageous move when he got rewarded for his courage there. Of course, a little bit of skill didn't hurt. This is where his problems are right here, from the 3 to the 4 to the 6.
He might have tied the 7 up now.
Yeah, now he's made position on the 6 play very difficult. He can slice the 4 in, but it doesn't have the speed to go twice cross table. He has to hit it harder than that. Now he's looking to go into the 7 with the cue ball. He runs the risk of not coming up with a shot on the 6 there, okay? Because the 6 is in a real tough position, frozen on the rail close to that side pocket. I think he's better off just playing some sort of a safety here.
Right. You don't have to try to make this 2-rail that and go distance with the cue ball.
See, he wants to go cross table twice and play position for the 6. I don't think the speed lays right for that shot. Now he went into the ball. Once again, that corner pocket is pretty stubborn. It's really hung up quite a few balls.
And now the 7 and 8 are not tied up anymore.
This is a pretty tricky shot here. The 4 ball's positioned closely enough to that corner pocket for him to make him a pretty big favorite to pocket the 4. But the 6 ball frozen on the rail near the side. Very curious shot here. Wow. Oh, he got a horrible kiss there.
Oh boy, I thought he scratched.
I thought he scratched too. He's got to hit this clean because he's going to have to hit it with some speed. I don't think he can run the risk of rolling this.
He can't because the 7 doesn't go by the 8 in the side. He's got to at least stop the cue ball.
Wow,
Nice shot.
Nice. Now that's a pull shot there. He hit it really
Well, that's
clean.
a champion. You know, when you're struggling, that shot becomes tougher.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's rejuvenated himself in some way. I don't know what he did.
Got himself together.
Well, yeah. Because those last couple of shots he displayed, surely indicated to me that there's something different about his game right now.
10 ball, corner.
He probably said to himself, enough of this nonsense. I'm going to get back to playing Appleton pool. And he's a dangerous player, boy. I tell you what, he's a dangerous player when he's on his game.
Mr. Appleton has now tied that score at 5. Okay,
He's going to take a break here.
Yep.
break. We all stretch the legs a little bit.
Look at the TPA. 886 for Hohmann. 822 for Darren. We'll be right back, folks. We're having a little break.
Okay, we're back. And like I mentioned before, when Appleton returned to the table before his last inning started, after he made a couple of those fantastic shots, I said, there's something happened to this guy on the break. He broke the balls much better as well. He pocketed the 2. I said, he's a different player. Let's see if my observation was correct here.
And there's the one in the same spot again.
Back to 1 ball. Cross corner.
Everything is tied up.
Funny things can happen with this shot.
He made it. What do you do to get to the 4 now, Billy?
You can draw to the rail and then go 2 cushions toward the 4. I think as long as you pocket the 3, you'll stay in control of the table. And if you end up with a shot on the combination or even a possible shot on the 4 in an open pocket, I think that'll give him his best chance if he draws it here. Oh, he's just rolling it in. He's opting to play safe for the combination. Now this is pretty courageous for him to opt to play this method.
Yeah,
this
you're betting
way.
the game on this
Yeah,
shot.
right. I thought that perhaps he could have drawn it and then created a situation for himself.
6 ball, corner.
But, he must like it.
Yes, he did.
And he's got to make sure that he ends up with an angle on the 5 because the 7 doesn't pass into the pocket. The 10 ball precludes it from that. So he's ended up straighter on the 5 than he wanted.
Yeah, but he's got an angle to go forward and shoot the 7 in the side.
Yeah, but it's he's got to get pretty good here. I mean, this isn't like a gimme. He'd have liked to have had a little more angle, played shape for the corner. But he hit that pretty nice, I'll tell you that. I couldn't have asked for a better result than that.
Yeah, no more problems this game.
Yeah. Yeah, he would like to play the 9 on the same side. And I think he should go to the end rail here. No, he was straighter. No, he was straighter. Straighter than I thought.
Than you thought.
I'll go 1 rail cross table here.
Perfect. Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
He seems to be settling down now. He may have been a little too, anxious or whatever in the first quarter of this match or he made quite a few unforced errors, really unlike his game. You know, it wasn't the type of pull we're accustomed to seeing from Appleton. But he seemed to have slowed down, and looks like he's starting to get back on track here. And sometimes the break is a good indication of how a player is playing. You know, how well he strikes the break. And in the early stages of this match, Appleton wasn't striking the break well. He was hitting the one ball on the side. He wasn't really getting good action, and he was getting really bad action with the cue ball. But in the last time he broke the balls, he struck the one pretty solidly. Once again, now that's the break. That's the way they break the balls. I don't think he's ended up with a shot on the one. He may have he doesn't have a shot on the one.
But that was the way to break.
Yeah, the cue ball stopped dead center table. It was really unlikely for him not to come up with a shot, and he didn't come up with a shot. You know, sometimes when you hit a shot well enough to come up with a shot and you don't, that's just the way things happen. But if he keeps breaking them like that, he's going to like the results.
Push.
That was a nice shot.
Where you going, cue ball?
He hit that ball really nicely. He shot the one into the five.
That's what stopped the one.
Yeah,
from
the five
flying.
stopped the progress of the one. And he was able to escape that end of the table with the cue ball. Got a little unlucky not to have hooked Appleton, but he struck the shot really nicely. I don't think he's going to like this.
Nope. I think he sold it out.
Tough
He's
shot.
over the top, but
Yeah, tough shot here. If he hits it cleanly, it carries natural position for the two. Maybe a tip of left English is always required here. But the most important thing about this shot is to stay down.
yeah, he missed the shot.
I think he jumped a little bit when he shot that shot.
He left the one.
Yeah. He's got a pretty good look on the one here. He's going to hit it with a stroke he's quite comfortable with, one rail cross table. Ending up in the center of the table, or slightly past it. He got a little lazy with the shot. He would have liked to end it up straight in on the two. That way what he only need to do would be to stop the cue ball, but he doesn't have that angle.
Two ball.
He's like on the 50-yard line here. He's got to be careful here. Yeah, I think you almost got to play this in the corner. Go into the 9, and then you'll have the good angle on the 4.
I know it's too thin to hit in the side.
Yeah, I like the corner much better. He's looking at the side. He doesn't like the corner. He missed the ball in that corner. Maybe he's a little scared of it. I think the corner is the better of the two shots.
Well, I don't know where he
See,
got
now
here.
he's ended up awkwardly on the 4, where the 3 into the corner carried natural position.
You're right. Well, he could shoot the 10 and go downstream.
No.
Oh, it went inside
Yeah.
anyway.
Now he's going to have to play the short side position on the 6, meaning that he'll play the 6. Oh, he's going to cut it on the side?
Yep.
I didn't even think that was available.
I don't see any more problems.
Yeah, he certainly has brought his game up quite a few notches in comparison to how he started playing. Because he had a couple notches to go up. And he looks like he's handling it quite well.
Got a perfect angle now. Draw the ball back almost where it is now. Wrong again, Gilberto.
This match is going to get
Good
tied
out.
up here, Danny.
No, he's going to go 2 games ahead.
Okay, now 6 games apiece after 12 games. A reevaluation of the play of the players. I look for this to be a dogfight until the end. Looks like Appleton's ahead by 2 games.
That's
Excuse
what
me.
I said. He went ahead 2 games.
Wow. So now Hohmann is the player that's going uphill. Yeah, Appleton came back a couple games ago with a different face, different approach, and obviously different results. He's playing much better now the last several games than he did from the offset of the match. And so Hohmann's the one that's got to pick up his game, and he has been playing poorly. He just missed that one in the last rack. He can't afford to do that because Appleton's game is now at a level
He
to
won
where
3
he's
in a
definitely a threat.
I glanced at the TPA. I think they're about even.
Yeah, Appleton was shooting in the low 800s, 810, 812. I think he's up in the 880s now, 877.
Yeah.
So he's above world-class speed now. Well, he didn't hit that break as well as he's been hitting it last couple racks, but he's hit it well
a couple
enough.
balls.
He hit it well enough. Now he's got a pretty tough shot on the one, but fortunately for him, the 2 balls position fairly close to that side pocket, so he really doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. But which pocket do you play the one in, Danny?
I played in the right-hand corner with center reverse. It comes back to the middle. He's looking at the other one, but then you got to hit 3 rails.
Yeah, well, I think playing position on the 2, playing the one in the upper left is more natural. Because it puts him, puts him in better line for the 2.
Yeah.
So that's how he missed it. That pocket, he's afraid of that pocket. He's missed 3
I like
balls in
the
that
other
pocket.
shot because you could hit it full and you could see it better. I like the other shot. A little reverse, he would have been fine.
See, now with his reasoning for playing the shot in the upper left-hand corner was all he needed to do was pocket that. He's in perfect line for the 2, and he'll run out because now you can visually see the pattern from that position. Whereas if you play the one in the other pocket, now you're out of line on the 2. It's going to be pocketable, but you're going to have a suspect cue ball for the 3, for the 2 and the 3.
Well, he doesn't like it. He was going along pretty good.
No, all right.
Now he might have blown one.
He may have to draw it and brush that 7 here, or brush the 5. I don't know if he can even do that.
He's gonna. He hit the 5 off the rail. Good shot.
I thought he could draw it into the 5, but he was too thin to do that. But he made a real good pull shot. Like Danny said, it was a good shot. Now he's in good line. Rack number 13. He needs this rack to come within 1 game of the lead. Appleton's picked up his game, but he did miss the 1.
7 balls, side up. 8 balls, side up. 10 balls, corner pocket. Mr. Hohmann.
6 Hohmann, 7 Appleton.
The score is now 7
It's going to be a pretty close finish here, I think, Danny. We're halfway through the match, 7-6 Appleton.
Yeah, they're trading punches here, Billy.
We got a possible 12 more games to play. No, he hit them balls well. Is he going to get a shot? It looks like he may end up with a shot. He does have a shot.
He does, and position.
Okay, let's take a look at the 3-ball position very closely to the 7. I do believe he has the corner pocket available. He's going to take a look at it now. He's taking a look at the 7. Now he'll take a look at the 3. Now he's looking at the 3. Now he needs to end up with the correct angle on the 2 because he only got one pocket for the 3. That's the corner.
It looks like the 3-7 are dead in the corner. That's possible. He didn't look at that.
Yeah, he looked at the combination first. He looked at it first.
It looks dead, or you could throw it.
He wants to go. He's a little bit lazy with the cue ball. He
got perfect.
He was fortunate to end up where he ended up because now he has a shot in the corner with a pretty simple angle to drop nicely for the 3. He really doesn't like it because he has fallen short of the side. That's the pocket he wanted to play the 2 in. But he does have a good shot on the 2. And he has to make sure that doesn't escape his mind because he does have a good angle. He has to be happy with it. Now he's going to take a look at the 4. I don't believe he has a full pocket for the 4. But I think he has enough of a pocket not to be overly concerned with it. Oh, he hit the 7.
He did.
He hit the 7. I thought he could have done better with the 2. I thought he hit the 2 with it too softly, and I think he could have used the center ball and punched it over.
Yeah. It was dangerous. He didn't have a clear shot at the 3, Billy.
No, I didn't really like where he ended up on the 3. I thought that he could have done better off the 2 than he did. Matter of fact, when he shot the 2 in a fashion that he did, I was quite surprised to see him shoot it like that. I like playing the 4 on the side myself.
Well, he must have a full pocket with this, or he could shoot it in the side.
Yeah, but you play it in the side, you got a much better cue ball.
Right. So why isn't he?
Extension.
Now, could he draw it past the 10, or does he have to bounce?
I don't think he should want to draw past the 10. I think he wants to keep in front of the 10. That'll give him a much better angle on the 7. Oh, he would do it past the 10. See, now he doesn't have the good angle on the 7 that he had before. If he stays in front of the 10, now all he has to do is pocket the 7 and stop.
Now he's going to have to put some reverse. Which he did pretty nicely.
But I believe he factored everything in and he made that determination that that was the right route to take. And I'm not going to argue with him.
10 ball, corner pocket. Mr. Appleton.
8-6, huh? Appleton.
$881 to $877 in favor of Hohmann.
I like to see the shot before he fouled on the 3 ball, but we're going to take a look at the shot on the 3.
Yeah,
Okay, this is where he hit the 7 first. Watch the side. Watch the corner. No shot.
No, he doesn't.
He can hit the one. How much can he have the one? Can he hit?
About
he
a
might,
third. About
he
a
might be
third.
able to bank it. I mean, it's close.
Yeah, but where's the cue ball going to go?
Well, the two's right there, so, I mean, all he needs to do is follow it. If he can bank it, if he can follow it, he should end up with a shot on the two. But I don't think he can bank it because
I
he
don't
certainly...
think I don't think he's ready to bet the game on that shot.
Yeah, that's true. We couldn't... he may not like it enough to do that. But it seems like it's pretty close. He is banking it. It seems like it's a pretty close shot. So let's see how well he does with it.
He hits a 10.
Yeah, it was close whether he could get in there enough to be able to hit it, to bank it.
Irving Crane
So
told
he did
me
the same thing that Hohmann did. He hit the ball in front of the object ball. Irving Crane told you what?
long time ago. He said, if it's close, do something else.
He hasn't played certain shots as well as he should.
He's got a little bit too thin a hit.
Yeah, he's not really playing like Super Pool here.
He's going to go
struggling.
3 rails.
He's struggling a little, He's able to be...
He overcame it right there, Billy.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely a resilient player in that he can get back on track. But, I've always thought of him as a player that was more accurate with his position play. He hasn't really displayed that in this match. And once again, I think he's fallen a little bit out of line here.
Right, he needed a little more angle. Then he could have cinched it and played the 6-7 in the same pocket.
Unless he just, now he's...
He's doing it anyway.
Yeah. And that was an excellent shot. No, he's not playing this game. I believe he should have played shape for the 10 on the side. He stretched over the table. Anytime you stretch as much as he did, you're going to lose a little bit of feel with the stroke, and you're not going to really hit the cue ball well, and you're not going to get the speed out of it that you want to get. So therefore, when you stretch, funny things happen. He was able to make the 10, but I didn't really particularly care for the way he got out there.
No.
After 15 games, he's only trailing by 1 game, 8-7. But he's got to pick up his speed if he's going to win this match.
8-7. Mr. Appleton leads the match. 8-7.
Yeah, he seems like he's struggling back out there, Danny. I've seen him play some of the most beautiful pool a player can play, and he certainly isn't anywhere near that type of play here in this match.
Let's see that foul that Darren made.
Yeah, he tried to
brushed
bank
the
it.
10.
He took a couple different looks at this,
Yeah.
and he didn't hit the 10 by much, but enough.
Oh, just enough to
Yeah.
sleep in the street, Billy.
Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. Watch it.
It's in. Isn't it funny? He missed that pocket a bunch of times, hung balls up, which I said many years ago that pockets are bigger for the cue ball.
You're right. wonder what's number 3 and 4 mean? He's shooting the 1. Pat was in my ear. That's a
It was in my ear, too,
rude
but I
way of
wouldn't
asking
say
him
that.
to
You
leave.
made Pat have to work harder.
I think Pat's overworked. He probably would agree with that.
Wow.
As he couldn't be playing position for the 3-10 next, could he? I mean, that seems
That's
to
the
be
way it looks.
that seems to be what his agenda is here.
He's looking at it. That's no gimme.
I mean, I would have. I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that he's doing this. But I've learned of one thing:
He's doing it.
never to question world champions. You know?
Well, I'm going to question him this time. I can't believe he played for this, but let's see. If he makes it, I'll believe he played for it. I don't believe he played for that. He had many other things to do.
I don't know.
What do you do now? You're lucky that the guy gave you another inning, but now that you got this inning, what are you going to do with it?
You just gotta shoot the 3 ball down to the end rail center, you know, and play a safety and hope to get him behind the 8, 7, and 6. And what else you gonna do? I mean, and it seems to be laying reasonably well to do that.
Is he banking at the 9?
No, he's doing it. Wants to try to hook him with this shot here, and hopes that he falters here, maybe scratches, or maybe even perhaps misses the 3, you know, and then that'll give him ball in hand so he can deal with the 4-10. Now, he can scratch a couple different ways with this kick. He can go underneath 2 cushions.
As long as you're wishing what he could do for Thorsten Hohmann, why don't he make the 3 and scratch? and then he can really get out.
That's the ultimate penalty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think he can hit it this way. Look.
He hit the 10. There's no more problems over there.
Man, I was surprised to see him do that. But of course, kicking in the other fashion, the other way, you know, there was a couple bad things that could happen. He could scratch by going under the 3, 2 cushions, or even directly into the 3. So therefore, I guess he factored that in and precipitously said that, oh, I think I'll just kick the other way, so I'll take all that out of the equation. You know?
Well, he got control of it now.
No, he didn't end up where he wanted there. No, he's not playing well. Now he's going to knock the 8. Now, if he knocks the 8 near that 10, he's got a problem here. So he's got to be careful here where if he moves that 8. So he's taking a look at that 8 now. If he moves that 8 and ties up that 8-10, you know, he's creating the problem, you know. So I think he's going to have to hit this with a little more speed. Nope, hit it softly. And
Controlled it.
Yeah,
Like
he
you
had
said,
to control that 8.
a little different if he glances it.
And now you want to get down table so you can cut the 9 to your right, not to your left, so you can use the bottom cushion. Or Or else just draw straight across.
Yeah, he can go 2 rails too.
He's going to tie up the match if he pockets the 10. Yeah, it's going to be a closely contested match. I thought that from the offset. I figured it was going to be 13, 12, or 11 at the worst.
Well, now it's race to 5, Billy.
Tied at 8.
This is a type of a match that I expected to see, a closely contested match. I just didn't think it was going to come down like this, because I don't think either one of these two players have been playing their best pool. But now we have some pool left to play. Let's see how well they play in what I call the blood test area. I think once both players reach 10 games, then that's when all the pressure starts mounting. Right now, it's 8 apiece. In about another 4 or 5 games, we're going to see how well they play. He hit the break poorly.
Oh, he's got a shot.
He just jumped on that break. If you notice, he didn't take his time. He didn't really focus and concentrate on the break. He just got up there and struck the break without really, feeling it. I kind of like the way that Cheng approaches the table when he breaks. He really respects the break and takes his time and gets a good hit on the 1 ball. I think Hohmann really took it for granted that he was going to... he took, Well, he disrespected the break.
Yeah, he's got work to do here. Tough shot and position.
Wow.
Oh, he hit that 7 and got it out of the way. The 2 goes past the 8.
Well, he earned that one. Tell you what, even though it looked like a fortuitous roll there, he earned it. He made a beautiful shot on the 1, so he's entitled to the result he got.
Well, the only problem could be the 6 now.
Yep. Well, I don't know if does the 7 pass the 10?
It goes in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, but he had got to get pretty straight on the 6 to do that. He might not, be able to do that, because you want to play the 7 in this pocket. That way you have a lot more, latitude with playing shape for the 6. So you're looking at this pocket to see if it passes the 10. Now, if it passes the 10, that's the pocket that'll play shape for the 7.
Well, Appleton would play the combination 7-10. I'm only kidding.
It obviously passes because he's played the angle to play shape for the 7 in this pocket past the 10. This shot has to be hit thinly enough. Nice.
He overcut it, but it went in anyway.
No, he played twice across.
I know, but he did overcut the ball and went in.
That was surprising.
Good shot. Guess he had to hit it on the thin side to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And that led to what I was saying before, playing shape for this
angle.
Playing shape for the 7 in the pocket that he ended up playing shape for. It was hard for him to do that off the 6 because he had to get straight, and the 9 precluded him from doing that. So he went another route, but ended up in the same place.
9 ball.
He may go to the side here.
I would. That assures you being off the cushion.
Well, that assures you the game, because now all you got to do is make the 9. The other way, you had to play shape twice, and it was in close quarters.
And you might have got on the cushion with the cue ball.
All right. Okay, now we have a new leader, 9-8 Hohmann.
Yep.
Mr. Hohmann now leads the match 9 games to 8.
But you know what? He picked up his tempo. He's playing a little quicker, a little faster now.
Well, in the past, we used to say once he started playing fast, you're dead. Because he played his best and he started picking up the tempo. And I only use tempo because you did.
Oh, that's a good practice. Appleton's shooting at the TPA of 838. You know, that's borderline world class, where Hohmann's close to 900 in the 880s. Nice. Struck the break beautifully there.
Yep.
He should
Cue ball dive.
end up with some type of a shot here.
Does it go past the 4?
I don't know, but looks like he has a straight-in bank cross-side. All we need to do is stop the cue ball. If he has that angle to bank it cross-side, he should, even if he can pocket it in the side. I like him banking it cross-side. That's a much better shot. Because all you got to do is pocket the bank, and you're right in line to go from the 2 to the 3. And that's where you need to go, from the 2 to the 3.
He's thinking about it, Billy, because he hasn't made a bank yet.
But he banks well.
Oh, look at this. He's
got a stretch here, Danny.
Yeah. Or use the bridge.
The position of the 4 is in front of the side, so he doesn't have to get ideal on the 3. He doesn't have to get real good on the 3.
He's got to just get to where he can make the 3.
He don't like where he's gotten.
No, he would like to got a little fuller.
Yeah. Yeah, using that bridge,
this is
stretching,
no
using
good.
that bridge, you know, is not an easy thing to do. You know, and you really didn't want to end up behind the 8, so therefore he made sure that he didn't end up behind the 8. And he, well, just to cut to the chase, he hit it poorly. Wow.
Oh, it trickled in.
It shook his head a few times and decided to fall.
Went in.
I do believe he has a fairly large pocket for the 7, even though it appears that the 8 blocks a portion of it.
No, he does have a pocket. No doubt about it.
Oh, my. Oh, my. I thought he could draw past the 5. Now, this is very thin here. He may end up pocketing the 5 in the right-hand corner, the way he looks at the table. That's much better position on the 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he got less chance to hit a ball.
Yeah, he's going to spin it with a little inside English, too.
5 ball,
But he's going to go toward that side. You don't want to go in the side.
Pretty good shot here. Pretty good speed.
Yeah, excellent. That should win him this game.
Got perfect.
Gotta hit it clean because he's going to hit it with his force. That's what he's done. Now you can go 1 cushion or 2 cushions. I kind of like 2 cushions around the 10.
I like 1.
You increase the accuracy of the shot
I like
with 2
1,
cushions.
Billy.
10 ball, corner pocket.
He likes 1 as well. So I'm not going to argue with either one of you, especially when you agree with one another.
People like that.
Mr. Hohmann now leads the match 10 games to 8.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing on pure adrenaline right here. He picked up his speed. And he's really...
Oh, he was getting knocked right into that corner.
Well, I do believe he has a shot on the 1. Now the 2 finally coming to rest in front of the 5. It will not go in that upper left-hand corner. At least it doesn't appear from my vantage point that it will.
Might go off the 9.
And it's hard to play it like that. Well, you know, the way I look at certain situations, differently than these upper echelon players. I look to play safe off the 2 in some fashion. So play position on the 2, that'll give you options to play a good safety.
He's trying to hit the 2. Oh, look at this.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I play shape on the 2. That gives me options if I don't get there to play a good safety because of all the congestion over there. And when you try to play 2 exact with balls close together, you run the risk
Look
of
at
that happening.
shot. That was a good little touch there.
Absolutely. But when you have the skill to execute shots, finesse shots, and masses, as you know, as
Soft
well
mache.
as these guys do, then you can afford to gamble. But I don't have those skills.
I know that.
Well, you don't have to answer all my questions. That wasn't even a question.
when you
That
insult
wasn't
me.
even a question.
I know, but I have to.
Wow, this is a difficult hit here.
Oh,
Wow.
he hit it.
And he doesn't have to call anything.
No, he got a lot of action, but he didn't make a ball. And he sold out the 2.
He's going to go toward that 10, Danny, so he's got to be careful here. The 7, I mean. He's going to go toward the 7.
He's going 2 rails past
The
that.
7? You think so?
Yeah. What do you think? Well, you got a little wrong angle onto the 3 ball.
3 ball side line.
Unless he can roll it in.
Oh, he stopped it, so he's got an easy enough shot to go 1 rail to the 5. Pretty good.
Yep.
5.
Yeah, he would like to go 2 cushions and cut the 6 to his right. Wants to be able to cut the 6 to his right. That sends the cue ball in between the 7 and 8.
Yeah,
You know,
he got good.
Yeah. Now he can play position either for the corner or the side. I think playing for the corner is a little bit better unless you have absolutely good speed because you don't want to deal with the 9 here.
Yeah, you go to the side, you could go behind the 9.
Wow, that was close.
He wouldn't have liked it if he brushed the 8 there.
No, I didn't think that was an option, even playing it like that, but he did. And didn't take much time in making that decision either. I like what he did there. Now he can play safe for the 10 in the side or the corner.
He's playing for the corner, Billy.
Yeah. Well, I like what he did there. He committed himself playing that angle for the corner.
It's
10-9, Hohmann.
10 games to Dynamite.
This match is destined to go hill, Billy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. The first two matches were runaways. Shaw winning 13-3. Van Boening, he won by the score of 13-5 or 4 or something like that?
Something like that, but he won pretty clearly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it might have got this way because, like you said, they both want to beat each other badly.
That's my opinion. Of course, that's not fact. That's just something that I observed through certain observations. But I could be wrong, and in doing that, I think they were a little amped up or whatever. Watch the cue
he
ball.
needs help.
Watch the cue ball.
Oh, look where he's going to be on the 1.
Oh, he's
look
okay.
Where the 2 is.
Yeah, well, the 2's in perfect spot. And the shot on the 1, he hit a similar shot 4 or 5 racks ago on the 6 ball, if you remember, on the opposite side of the table, where he drilled it in and stopped the ball. It was very similar to this shot,
This is a tough shot, Billy.
based off of the results of how he hit the last shot, I think he's going to pocket this ball as well.
Good shot. Good shot. Now, could he avoid hitting balls on the way out to the 3?
Yeah, that's the problem here. He doesn't want to hit the orange 5 after he cuts the 2 in. That's why he opted to follow it as deeply down table as he did, because he wanted to get the angle on the 2 to cut it thinly and go cross table 1.5 times for position for the 3.
He's going to have to accept a tough shot on the 3 to get through this rack.
No, he hit the 5.
Yeah,
And that's not what he wanted to do.
that's why I said he better not hit the 5.
Yeah.
I knew he had to do something great to get out there.
Next cue ball in hand.
And now he's giving home ball in hand. Now the 3 to the 4 was a problem unless you get ball in hand. Now it becomes simple.
You're right. Did he get an angle?
He looks like he's pretty straight.
Oh, boy. Well, if he gets to the 5 in the far corner, well, he's going to go 2 rails. He's got an angle of pretty good.
Well, not exactly.
Well, he needed an angle on this.
Yeah, he got one.
He got it. So, in other words, he's shooting at the game here.
I don't like the angle that he's left himself. He may have to hit at warp speed here. Like this, that's not the type of a shot that I would like to shoot. Now he's got to stretch, and he's got to be concerned about the speed and direction of the cue ball. So therefore, he made what appeared to be a relatively simple run out quite difficult.
Because he didn't get pulled enough on the 5.
He might even scratch here.
He might snooker himself, too.
No, he don't like this at all.
I think he can make it in the side.
I don't know if he can.
But it's no bargain.
I don't think he can make it in the side, Danny.
He's looking at it.
Well,
You got to look at it.
yeah. Well, I think he can hit it, but he's going to have to masse it to make it in the side.
No, I think he can cut it right in the side. It's a pretty thin hit anyway.
Danny, you're nowhere near the angle that I'm on, and certainly nowhere near an angle to make that determination. Why do you think that? Fair question.
Not a fair question. Why do I think it? Because I guess I don't want him to go bad. I'm not pulling for anybody, but, this is an important game.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, he's got a problem. Look, he's trying to jump it too.
Oh, I don't like to jump for sure.
Maybe that's the best shot. Wow, he jumped over it.
Where are you going to stop, 9? Boy, oh boy.
It was all due to the problem he created on the position on the 5.
Appleton doesn't mind. He going to go all the way to the end rail and then back out? I think he is. That's what he's doing. Better stop.
That's too hard. That's too hard.
Difficult shot.
Not only is it a difficult shot, I think that he's got the angle. If he cuts it in, he's going to run pretty close to that corner pocket with the cue ball. It looks like it's going to come in short, but sometimes it lengthens out, and he really can't afford. He's got to make sure that he cuts this thinly enough, because if he hits this fat, it could lengthen out and scratch.
What a shot. What a shot. But that's what happens when you give a guy another chance. He might do anything.
Ties the score at 10.
Now, this is the stage of the match that you really have to bear down and play good pool, because race to 13, when you reach 10, now it's where all the pressures start coming into play, particularly if the match is as close as this match has been. It's been a dogfight the entire match, and now they reached the 10-10 mark. So every game from this point out is very, very big.
You got too thin on the 7, Hohmann, but he knows that.
Nice break there. Watch the cue ball. Oh, wow. Watch the 9. Now, can he make the 1?
Watch the 7. I think the 7 got him. Look at the 5-10 over there.
You know what I've noticed about how the balls were, ended up in this match? Off the break, the balls have been pretty uncooperative. They haven't been really giving you nice layouts. You don't start.
Right.
You haven't been starting out with a good shot on the 1. It's usually a bank or a cutback or a safety or a hook.
Or a lot of work.
And that usually adds up to a struggle for both players. It's more of a grind out proposition for both players. So always grinding out a win.
Automatic extension in place.
There's been a lot of safety play in this match.
Well, that's what'll come up when the balls aren't laying good.
Not that I'm opposed to watching safety play. On a matter of fact, on the contrary, I enjoy watching two players battle back and forth to try to win that first shot. But it's just that we're not going to see a good offensive game. We're not going to see that type of play.
Here comes the push.
When the balls aren't cooperating.
Oh, I'm not going to shoot this. I let him have this.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I don't think there's anything good about this shot. Can he cross it and avoid scratching? Because that's what he's going to need to do in order to get away with this shot.
I give it back to him.
But, even if he crosses it, there's no guarantee that he won't scratch. So I kind of like giving it back myself. I'm not going to shoot this. I totally agree with you. I believe the player that shoots this shot loses this game. Even though the 5 and 10 are tied up, I still think the player who shoots this shot loses the game.
He looks like he's thinking of kicking it from the end rail instead of cutting it. He gave it back. I don't blame him.
No, he has to cross it. Now, I do believe if he hits it clean and accurately, he can avoid scratching, and he may end up in back of the 9. But even if he crosses it, he could scratch. If he hits it too thickly, he could scratch and go and follow through the 1. So this is not an easy shot. And look at this. Well, he
Okay.
broke loose the 5 from the 10, made it even worse. And he can cue comfortably enough to where the 10's not going to impede his stroke or his bridge hand, and he'll be able to play shape on the 1. on the 2, off the 1. But he's got some work here. He's going to have to draw it cross table and then back again for position for the 2. And then going from the 3 to the 4 and the 4 to the 5 is a problem. A lot of tough stuff out there.
Nice shot.
Nicely executed.
Good opener.
That's for openers, okay? A lot more to come here. 2 to the 4, excuse me, a 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5. And if he gets good on the 5, he's still got to play a tough shot on the 10. I don't even know if it's makeable. So there's, a lot of uncertainties out there. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And the 4-ball position, either close to the rail or on the rail like it is now, makes that shot play quite difficult if you go cross table with the cue ball, because you're going to have to end up with an angle, and that has to be hit cleanly. So, a lot of unappealing shots out there, and he's going to have to deal with them.
It's almost like mentally you got to take a tough shot on the 4 to not even get out on the 5.
Exactly right.
Psychologically.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It wears on a guy, because, you got so much work, and you just get tired looking at it. But when you manage to get out in racks like this, it really pumps you up. So if he can get out this rack and take that 11-10 lead, it's going to be a big, big win for him.
Good shot. Where you going, cue ball? He might have a billiard.
He's definitely playing the billiard here.
Yeah.
He's definitely playing the billiard here because he's probably a favorite to make the billiard. Unless he ended up where he's going to get that double kiss off the 5.
No, the 5 is off the rail. He's not getting a double kiss.
Well, it's possible.
If it was on the rail, he would get it.
He would have liked to end up a little back of the 5 where he could have just moved away from the 5 quicker.
Billy, I think he got good on the billiard.
Well, he hasn't shot it, and I know he's going to shoot it. Had the cue ball been closer to him now, then the billiard play's a lot more simple. Let's take a look at it.
I think he got good on this, Billy.
You don't want to
He's
pull
not
the
sure
trigger.
yet. I mean, you don't want to be banking this.
He's afraid of that double kiss. If he misses a 10, he'll overcut the 10. Well, he undercut it. Well, I thought for sure he was going to make the billiard. If he was able to miss the kiss, which he did. But it's not over yet because the position of the 10-7. Now, the 7 is pocketable, obviously, in this corner, but not in the other corner. He'll have to make the combination.
Well, isn't the 10 off the rail a little bit?
I don't know. It's close.
He might have the combination. Well, make the 5 first.
He may even draw into the 7 here. Let's take a look. So he drew into the 7.
He double kissed it.
Yeah, he double kissed it and he missed the 5.
Yeah. Still tough.
I don't think he's left Hohmann a shot. Now, the 9 ball precludes Hohmann from pocketing the 5 in that pocket. He doesn't have a pocket up table. He doesn't have the side pocket because the 6 blocks that pocket. He does have a combination 5-6, and he does have a safety. He's playing the safety.
Oh, beautiful. Boy, you hit that good.
And once again, he doesn't have to call anything here. I kind of like, I don't know if are you better off going straight at it here, Danny? Or two cushions?
I think straight at it.
Straight at it gives you a better chance of
running out. Yeah, you get rewarded.
Going two
if
cushions
you
gives you a bigger target like this.
He made it,
Wow,
maybe.
he did. He got lucky there. He's
Well,
entitled. He's entitled. No, he's
he didn't
entitled.
win yet.
He's entitled. He didn't realize that he didn't need to call it. He was walking away from the table thinking that, I screwed up. But he didn't screw up because you don't need to call shots when you kick.
Well, the 10 is a little off the rail, so that combination is tough.
It better be off the rail, because if the 7 is on the rail and the 10 is on the rail, then you have a problem. I think he's going to play shape for the 7.
Yeah. The par corner. Very good shot. He did it, Billy.
Yeah. You know what? He hit it about as well as you can hit it. A little closer to the rail with the cue ball than he wanted to end up.
Well, it deserved applause. People are afraid to make dust.
Okay, now this is a very difficult shot because he's got to shoot kind of like over the 10, and the position of the cue ball in relation to the rail is very close to the rail, which is going to further complicate the shot. So if he puts this down, he'll certainly deserve it.
He missed it, but it's going to stop funny.
No, it didn't stop funny.
Well, it didn't stop like a hanger.
No, but he'll just roll it
Hohmann's
in.
glad.
He'll roll it in.
Good shot.
Yep.
9 ball corner pocket.
Good shot at this time of life.
10 ball corner pocket.
Oh,
Never a doubt.
And he leads the match 11 games to 10.
Nicely
Pretty good
struck.
break.
Nicely struck. Where's the 2? Where's the 3? I don't think he has a shot on the 3. It's going to be close. I don't know for sure, but it doesn't look like it's going to be close. He's going to have to take a real good look at it. It's pretty close.
And even if it goes, it's going to be tough to fall on the 4.
Yeah, well, if it goes, he'll just have to stop the ball and take that shot on the 4. So he's going to have to make 2 good shots in succession here.
Well, he looks like he's winding up to shoot it.
You just have to just punch it in then. Stop the ball.
Part 1.
Okay, it looks like that if he can put this down, you'll have the problem part of this rack solved. This is a big shot here.
These shots are very doggable.
I like the way he addressed it.
Oh, he hit it good.
Yeah.
5 ball.
No, he would like to end up on this side of the middle of the center table. He doesn't want to end up on the 6 where he has to cut it to his right. He wants to be able to cut the 6 to his left, sending the cue ball 2 cushions toward the 8.
And then the 8 to the 9 is no bargain.
So he wants to end up, at least where the 5 is now. Okay, he's going to be fine. That's about as good as he could have got right there. Now he can draw it straight across, or he can go even 2 cushions. I like drawing it straight across because he's gotten a pretty good position here.
2 cushions, the side enters.
Yep.
Oh, he got perfect here.
Right. Now he's got close enough to the 8 to where he doesn't need to hit it with the speed to reduce the size of the pocket. Nice smooth stroke will send the cue ball cross table well enough for him to have a nice shot on the 9.
He missed it.
Oh my.
It's an oh my shot.
There's been a lot of surprises in this match. A lot of surprises in this match.
He got perfect on the 8, but his stroke was not good on it, Billy. That might do it.
Well, that'll tie it up for sure.
I know.
11 apiece.
Mr. Appleton. Score is now tied at 11.
Boxing match or they're throwing the towel on it.
I don't know what he said. What did he say? He mentioned, or he said something that got a pretty good response from the crowd. They were all laughing. It's been a pretty hard-fought match, and as many unforeseen things have we seen happen in this match. It's been a very entertaining match.
Did he scratch?
No.
I
And
don't
once
think
again,
he can't make the one.
once again, this opening shot off the break is, complex there. It doesn't, he's got to figure out what to do. He can't pocket the 1. Another grind out proposition here. Playing some sort of a push out. And then some sort of a safety. Try to win that first shot.
He's looking at shooting it. I don't know. He's got rail first?
He may.
Yeah, he looks like he's aiming at it.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a rail first on the 1. I don't think he can go right at the 1.
Yeah, but where does the cue ball go? The cue
The cue ball's going toward that 9-3.
I know it. That's not going to be good.
No. He's going to, and he can't
He's
afford
shooting it.
Well, he can't hit this hard. He's got to roll it in. Like this.
He did hit the balls.
Yeah, it was a pretty risky shot, and it was a hard shot to pull the trigger on. Just perhaps the position of the 5 in relation to the 8 tied up right there gave him enough courage to possibly shoot that shot because he figured that he may have some salvation with the 5-8 the way they're laying later in the rack.
Well, so the 5 goes in the side.
What side? There's the 5 right there.
No, I mean, when he
know.
gets to it.
It doesn't go in the side, does it?
It doesn't?
I don't think. I don't think it goes in the side.
From here, it looks like it does.
Really?
See
It
it?
may go in the top right corner, but how do you get to it off the 3? You know? I mean,
Well, you got to shoot the 2 first, Billy.
okay, here's what I like. I like shooting the 2 and try to go into the 8th right now. That's what I like. If he shoots the 2 and goes into the 8 now, he opens up the pocket for the 5. I don't know if he even has that in mind.
I don't think he does because he could
should.
snooker himself.
He should. I don't know. He's got to try to go into the 8. I mean, come on. You had to try to go into the 8 there. How is he going to snooker himself?
If he hits the 5 full.
He didn't have that angle. I think even if he hits the 5 first, he's going to come out okay.
Well, I think the 5 goes in the side. You don't.
Well, why would you want to play safe for the side from where the 3 is?
Looks like you can get there from there.
You know where the
I'm talking about the
I don't
side
know.
near his head.
Oh my!
That's where he's going,
I
Billy.
think the corner, the side's just too difficult. No, the corner. It goes
Well,
in
he
the
got
corner.
to the corner.
Okay.
5 ball, corner pocket.
Good shot.
Well, he made a pull shot from the 3 to the 5, that's for sure. But I think he totally overlooked breaking loose that combination, that cluster there.
7 ball, side knock.
No, he's found himself out of line again. I mean, he's playing carelessly. You know, he's struggling. He's not really playing smart pool. He's playing careless pool.
You might have to play this in the corner. Which he's doing.
No, he's going for the side, Danny.
He is?
Yeah.
I guess he is. He got pretty good on the 8.
He should find himself on the hill first.
9 ball, corner pocket. 10 ball, corner pocket. Mr. Hohmann.
Well, he's the first one on the hill.
Mr. Hohmann leads the match 12 games to 11. Mr. Hohmann is on the hill. Raised to 13.
There's all the statistics.
$896 for Hohmann, $832 for Appleton.
Appleton's not
12-11
looking happy.
Hohmann.
Mr. Hohmann is taking a break.
Okay, we're back now. This is near the end of the match here. Hohmann has 12 games. Appleton has 11. It's a race to 13. This will be the last time Hohmann opens up the balls. So he better open them up good. Hit the one squarely. That'll give him his best chance of winning the match. Much more determined on this break. And he hit him really nice, too.
8 ball.
8 ball. S&D got the 8. He's going to get a shot on the 1, too. It's not an easy shot. Cue ball position close to that bottom cushion. I don't know if the 1 goes in the side. It's pretty close.
No, he might have to shoot it in the corner, Billy.
If he has to shoot it in the corner, you know, he's got a problem because that shot isn't simple.
Well, the side, you got to shoot too hard to go to the 2. I don't think he has a full pocket with the 1 ball.
Yeah, Danny's right about that. The 1 in the corner offers some better position for the 2, more natural than the 1 on the side, if in fact he even has a shot in the side. with all this indecision out there, sort of indicates to me that he must have some sort of a shot on the one on the side. Of course, he'd rather shoot the one on the side because it's an easier shot if it's available.
Looks like he's shooting in the corner, Billy. Oh, what a shot.
Well, he may have hit. Oh, yeah, he hit it good. Yeah.
Still got work.
Yeah, you got to play this 3 in the corner here. Can't take a chance of trying to draw back, because then you'll reduce the size of the pocket considerably, because this shot carries a lot of distance.
You could do that shot, Billy, because of where the 4 is.
Exactly. Shot carries a lot of distance, so it's more of just a mediocre stroke, and a mediocre. What I meant to say was just a soft stroke.
Well, he didn't get straight in on it.
Well, he's okay. He'll just hit it with a low ball and finesse it in.
Good shot.
Yeah.
No reason to not get out.
He would like to end up pretty much where he is now on the 5. That's a good shot. Now you run the risk of going in between the 7 and 8, playing the shape for the 6 and the side. That's an option. You'll take a look at it. Or do you want to go for the corner?
I think you go for the corner because there's nothing to do if you get on it.
I think he maybe ended up going for the side here. As long as he stays in front of that 7, he'll be fine. Because he'll have an easy shot on the 6. Now that's a good
he got
shot.
to the corner.
That's an excellent shot.
Yeah.
You can't end up any better than what he ended up, because now he's ended up with the ideal angle to go away from the 7 as opposed to going toward it. It looks like he's going to get out and win this match.
9 ball, side pot. Ten ball, corner pot. Mr. Hohmann.
It was a tough match. I tell you what, these guys really, really played hard in this match. It wasn't the prettiest of matches, a very interesting match. It was a tough match, and you gotta give both of these players a lot of credit, because it was a tough match. The balls didn't cooperate at all, and that lends to sometimes the type of match we saw. Okay, we're going to close up now, but we normally come back at 9:30 for the last match. Well, we're going to be back at 10 o'clock for the last match of the evening. So all you people out there that are interested in watching the last match, Earl Strickland and Shane Van Boening, we're going to come back at 10 o'clock. Okay? Thank you.